What's good, you guys? K Tizzle TV back with another review for Friday Night Smackdown. A little late, sorry about that. But so the show starts off with Cody Rhodes coming in to congratulate Jay Uso on picking Gunther as his opponent for WrestleMania. As he's doing so, he's saying that he's ready for the Elimination Chamber to see who he's going to face at WrestleMania. Then Drew McIntyre decides to interrupt, and he's basically saying like, "Hey, uh, I've been mad for so long, but just know that I'm gonna pick you and I'm gonna win." And Drew's basically making this point about him being, the guy that's gonna make it and everything like that, and he's gonna win his title back and so on and so forth. A whole bunch of nothing. Then Jacob Fatu comes out, him and Tama Tonga, and Jacob's basically saying like, you better hope I don't qualify, because if I qualify, I'm coming for you, and I'm gonna bring that title back to the family where it should have been in the first place. And as he's talking to him, they go to the back where they see Solo pulling up, and Cody decides to go forward because you remember last Friday that Solo came and returned, hit him with the Samoan spike, and that was in. So as he's trying to go out the ring, Jacob stops him and said, "Hey, Cody, not yet. I'm gonna have a word with him. If anyone gonna talk to Solo, I'm gonna talk to him first." And then Cody was like, "Well, if you're gonna talk to him, you're gonna be the first. I'm definitely gonna be the last person to talk to him." So Jacob and Tama Tonga, they decide to go to the back to talk to Solo, of course. And as they're doing that, they're moving on to the next match, which is the qualifying match for the women's elimination chamber against Naomi and I believe it was Candace. I can't remember. No. She was going against Chelsea Green. I'm sorry. She was going against Chelsea Green. Sorry about that. But yeah, it was Naomi versus Chelsea Green. Naomi wins her qualifying match to go up against to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Sorry about that. Also beforehand, Nick Aldis had called Bianca and Naomi into the back so he could show them, that, hey, I had got this footage of after Jade's attack. And after Jade's attack, you see Raquel Rodriguez and you see Liv Morgan walking by. It doesn't specifically say that they did it, but they're the suspects now. Now, everyone is assuming it's Naomi or it's Bianca. I'm hoping it's not Bianca. I have a feeling it was Naomi, because Naomi has everything to gain with Jay being out of the picture. Now, granted, if it's not either one of them, I'll be fine with that. If it's Liv and Raquel, that would make sense too, because, from the beginning, Jade came in and she was helping Naomi and Bianca from the get-go, of course. So, them attacking her wouldn't make sense, but at the same time, Naomi has a lot to gain. Liv and Raquel have a lot to gain too by attacking her, because their careers are soaring as well, just as Naomi's. And after all of that, we get the Sami Zayn video package talking about the Kevin Owens situation, and how Kevin is saying, you don't care about me. He almost ended my career. You did nothing. Sammy's basically like, dude, I came down asking if you were okay. I'm telling people to check on you. I'm doing all of this and that. But, you're basically telling me that I'm a bad person for checking on you? That's crazy. And, going back to that, obviously they're going to have a match really soon. If not at Elimination Chamber, it might be a WrestleMania match, which I would be okay with. Also, we cut to Solo and Tama Tonga finding Solo and talking to them and everything. Solo's basically saying, hey, if you do win, bring the title back to the family, and saying I love you. Jacob said nothing the whole time. He's just looking at him with a lot of fire in his eyes. It was pretty good to see. Not even gonna lie, it was good to see. Honestly, I mean, Jacob isn't going to win the Elimination Chamber. Now, if he does, that'd be kind of a spin on it, but I don't think so. It'd be too early for him to win right now, especially a big title being this title. That'd be crazy. He's a future champion for sure. Jacob is definitely a future champion. He has a lot from where he was in the indie circuit to like all the hype behind his name, and he's living up to it. His promos are great, by the way. Like he just has such a street feel to him, and it's just so authentic that like even though he's a heel, everyone is chanting his name. He came out, the crowd was chanting 5-2, 5-2. And it's like, yo, like this man could really get a good push after this whole bloodline thing. If he was to go on his own right now, he'd be just fine. He wouldn't even need he doesn't need the bloodline, he doesn't need Roman Reigns, he doesn't need anybody. It could be just him by himself and he would still soar. That's kind of how I felt about that. Then we cut to the Motor City Machine Guns versus Los Garza. Motor City obviously wins with ease. I feel like it'll probably be a triple threat match, tag team triple threat match between Motor City, Street Profits, and DIY. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll be the next match. If not now, probably WrestleMania. I wouldn't be surprised if they did a triple threat tag team match. I feel like the Street Profits deserve the title shot, especially with them turning a different, different feel to their tag team, which they tried to do before with the Hurt Business, and of course Bobby Lashley getting cut just kind of led to it not happening, which is kind of stupid because they were going places. But that team is so loved; they definitely deserve titles back. Next we cut to LA Knight, Shinsuke Nakamura coming out, and him basically saying that he hasn't had a full test yet with his title, and he's ready for competition. LA Knight comes out, and he's basically saying like, hey, you haven't defended that title as much as I had. I've had tests, and I've passed every single one. The only reason why you have that title is because the Bloodline came out and interfered in our match. It's the only reason why you won. If it weren't for them, I'd still have my title. Then The Miz comes out, and he's basically saying like, hey, after all these years, like, I was wrong. Like the crowd, I'm saying you're an old cliche of the 90s, and the crowd is still behind you after all these years. And and the crazy thing is, LA Knight is basically saying, he's like, dude, you suck. Like, think about this. Like, for 10 years, I forgot you were even here. Like, you're still relevant, and like the only reason you're out here being relevant is because of me. And it was such a good package to see. Then we get LA Knight versus The Miz. Obviously, LA Knight comes out with the win, and then we're probably gonna get LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the title again, which I wouldn't be too upset about. Next, we cut to Nia Jax and Candice LeRae backstage. They're talking about her match with Tiffany Stratton tonight. Well, that night, sorry. And Alexa Bliss comes in, and she's basically like, hey, if I qualify for the match, and you win your match, we'll, it'll be, us having our rematch again from when I beat you the first time, basically. It was good to see that little dynamic there a little bit. Alexa Bliss definitely deserves another title shot. Now, will she win Money in the Bank? I don't know. For the women's side, I have no idea who's going to win. That'll be an interesting match to see. Going off crowd reactions, Alexa Bliss will win that match, I'm sure. But her beating Rhea Ripley is a tall order. That's because she's been gone for so long, and Rhea Ripley's character has been, upgraded so much. So, Alexa Bliss, I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Her getting the title off Rhea will be crazy, but they're both loved characters, so I don't know right now. It'll be hard to say on that note. But then again, she could just be like, I'll win and then I'll face Charlotte or something like that. Who knows? Then we get R-Truth versus Carmelo Hayes. Match was set up off some stupid little promo in the back of R-Truth making Carmelo mad Carmelo Hayes wins the match. Obviously, Carmelo is turning from like one of them guys into like we're doing this and then we're doing that. We're winning, we're losing. He's just going back and forth. He's a good wrestler. Don't get me wrong. He's easily a very hated character and whatnot, but it's pretty solid overall. Can't really complain about it. Then we have the women's championship match. We got Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax. Pretty good match overall. Tiffany is going back and forth with Nia. Nia is just basically just overpowering left and right. But Tiffany's giving it a go. She's pretty much showing that she has a lot to offer outside of winning matches by disqualification and just sneaking up. But like she's actually a good wrestler overall. Candice LeRae decides to interfere and hits Tiffany before Tiffany could hit the moonsault, and of course disqualification win. And as they're trying to beat up Tiffany, Trish Stratus comes out and she's basically trying to save her from getting jumped, and then Nia Jax hits her with a squash, and then she's on the ground, and they're leaving the ring, and next thing you know, Charlotte comes out. She's taking her time coming to the ring. She's walking slow as shit. I'm like, bro, just get to the ring. We all know what you're here for. So Charlotte gets a chair. She sits down. She's like, hey, the queen chooses you. So be ready at WrestleMania. So it's confirmed that Charlotte will face Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania for the women's title. The way I see it going is Charlotte will win, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong. Because if Tiffany wins, I will not be upset. I will be happy as hell. I will be excited. I will be extremely happy. But I actually thought about this a long time ago. I was like, bro, Charlotte is definitely going to pick Tiffany Stratton. You see my previous videos talking about it. I was saying the easier match would be to pick Tiffany Stratton. That's the easiest match for her to take. Now, will it be easy? I'm hoping not, but I'm hoping they find a way to, get it to where Tiffany wins, because I would hate to see Charlotte win again, because she's already won majority of her matches anyway. So, yeah, it's very annoying. Then we get sorry, I'm thinking of the last match. We get Damian Priest versus Strowman and Jacob Fatu for the men's qualifying match, and Damian Priest wins, and he's moving on to the Elimination Chamber on the men's side. So, well, I mean, I figured Damian Priest would be in that match anyway. So as everything is going on, Cody Rhodes comes out and hits, takes out Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga, because everyone's like coming down after the match and everyone's just having a big brawl. Cody comes out for the save and everything, which leads to Damian Priest getting the win. So overall, the show was pretty good. The show was overall good. For the most part, we can honestly say that it's going to be a good Elimination Chamber match for the men and women. Like I said, for the men, I'm pretty sure John Cena is going to win. The only other way for him to get his chance is winning Money in the Bank. But even then, there's he would have to cash it in, and that's not his style. To win in that fashion. He's the kind of guy that's like, oh, I'm gonna cash this in, and we're gonna face on this day. John's not one of the type to just run out and cash them when someone's down. That's not his style. So I'm pretty sure he'll win the Elimination Chamber on the men's side, and headline WrestleMania. Unfortunately, it'll be against Cody Rhodes. So, God, I hope I'm wrong. I'm wrong about all this. I'm hoping that some Elimination Chamber thing happens and someone cashes in on Cody Rhodes, and then John just comes out and I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, if you've been rocking with me for this long, appreciate y'all for watching. Just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll review Monday Night Raw. Peace.